Having a child with asthma can pose a special set of challenges for parents and, of course, the patient. But there's a new study that shows something we all do every day may actually help ease asthma symptoms in teenagers. That thing, believe it or not, is sleep. And Dr. Joseph Ogile is founder of the Clayton Sleep Institute. He's here to explain. This is all from a new study. Sleep.
It is. It's an exciting little study. It's a small study, so it's early data. We have to be cautious about it. But what this data was done in teenagers. They took some teenagers, about a dozen of them. They compared poor sleep or shortened sleep time to a better sleep opportunity, about 10 hours. Teenagers generally are a little sleep deprived anyway, as many of us are aware. And what they found out was in this group of teenagers, if they slept and had a longer time to sleep, a more correct amount of time, so between, say, 8.5 and 10 hours, their asthma had better control. They had better daytime function, they acted better, and it appears that they might have reduced levels of inflammation. And inflammation, K, is the basis for asthma and several diseases that we have in our body. So there's some exciting developments as this relates to trends for healthy living, not just general asthma control. So it's quite an exciting little study.
Okay, now teens aren't going to like to hear that they have to go to bed earlier or stay in bed longer, but how much sleep are we talking about generally?
If they can get up, for teenagers, if they can start approaching about 9 hours, this could make a difference. And it makes a difference in how they function anyway during the day. So in this study, these weren't people having acute asthma attacks, because acute asthma attacks will disrupt your sleep anyway. But what was seen is their general care, their asthma had better control, they had less daytime symptoms, their inhaler use was more appropriate, they felt better during the day, and their parents documented in their diaries that their thinking was more clear, their decision making was better, their memory was better. We call that executive function. So it's interesting.
So what do we think is going on here? You talked about the role of inflammation in aggravating the disease. Is that what we're doing, is lowering the inflammation by sleeping longer?
That is exactly it. It appears asthma is in and of itself a disease of inflammation in the breathing pipes. It appears in many disease states, even things such as obesity, asthma, other things, heart disease, are related to some level of inflammation in our body. It's a body of data that's in experimentation that is still being evaluated. But this is part of the theory of what we're starting to see, this interaction or crossing over for healthy behaviors, healthy sleep, and the interactions.
I heard recently sleep is not a luxury, and I just love that statement because it's just like eating or breathing, really. It's something that's so important to our quality of life.
It should be part of the three things we think about each day. Our diet, exercise, and sleep are the cornerstones of healthy daytime living.
And maybe even lowering asthma attacks in teens.
It's exciting.
Story. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Ogile, for joining us. All right, Cindy's in the First Alert Weather Center.